On today's show, cooking kielbasa with Ricky, you will learn that things when you cook get really hot, but you should not know they're hot. So that's why you touch them and then you go, ow. But as it is, with Ricky. Uh, let's put that back. Ish. What can I say? What can I say? I thought you wanted to do at 4, not 4:30. And I was thinking like, I got 15 minutes to run to the store and do this and do that and everything and that. And oh, you want to know something? I ended up buying batteries, like triple A's and double A's. Not even $2 for 6 of them each. And that. So I spent like say maybe $1.30, $1.40, something in there for 6 each. So I got 12 each. And that for like $1.30. But yeah, like that. Okay, let me hit okay on that so I can re-see myself. The funness of all the doom and gloom of everything and yada 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 yada. What can I say? Everyone wants to talk about an ICBM. And I read this morning, which I believe it. I believe it entirely because I said a long time ago to myself that this was all a game. It's all a larger chess game, but
Yeah.
you know, so in Ukrainian news, they talk really bad of, oh, it's the first time an ICBM has been used against a country. Perhaps it is, I don't know. But what happens is what I read this morning, which I believe is true, is Russia called the US before they launched it and said, hey, we're going to be doing this. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Don't be alarmed. Don't be alarmed. We are doing this. There is no nuclear payload. Do not worry. And do not do anything. And that, but yet, this doesn't filter in the Ukrainian news, only in the US or whatever side of news it filters through. But and then it gets twisted around in Ukrainian news. But regardless of that, being a little bit of a white wintry day with about maybe an inch or two of snow. What can I say? What can I say? Well, let me think. After 6 or 7 months, I think, when was the last power outage? Like 5 months ago? When I was telling you about the power outages from you.
Yeah.
It was like 5 6 months ago, something
It
like
was
that.
something like that, yeah, because I don't think you haven't really talked about it much lately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what happens is this. What's interesting, and that unless it magically happens again right at this moment. So one time from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. 3 days ago, they cut the power just one time. And then at 4 in the morning to 6 in the morning, they cut the power. I know because I was bored watching a show at 4 in the morning. But so then I went back to bed. But regardless is so from like about say 4 to 9 in the morning, there was no power
Right.
for today. But they're doing it in such a strange schedule. But I message 2 people I know in Kyiv, and I asked like, so are they doing blackouts and that? And I get told, yeah, it's 8 hours a day in Kyiv. And I'm like 6 hours. If you go on the fastest train, I'm 6 hours west, maybe about 7 or 8, but close to 6. If it's a slow train, it's like 12 hours. But regardless, it's like 300 to 400 miles away. And in total, you have the capital doing 8-hour blackouts. And then you have the west of Ukraine not doing blackouts at all. So it's
Interesting.
like, it's different zones and different oblasts or different regions are in it and not in it at the same time. And I mean, other than them doing it again randomly, there is a schedule, but they're not following the schedule. Because, like, say last week they started showing a schedule, but it wasn't followed. It's still not followed because there should be no power. There should be no power in the next hour or two till like 8 p.m. if that happens. But I don't think it will happen. I can be wrong though. But regardless is like that. And another little factoid. So let's see if you can see this heater behind me. Yeah, you can kind of see it. It's like right here. The boiler is right here in my video where my finger is. So another little factoid is this is when there is no power outage or when they cut the power, because it's a planned scheduled shut off, the boiler does not heat in that because it doesn't have this energy to do the spark from the gas in order to kick it into motion.
Right.
So the heat won't work at that time. However, I think maybe if you have an older boiler, or I mean, I'm sure you can do it with any boiler, but if you get a match and you like strike it and you run the gas,
Yes.
it will go. But I've done this once about 2 years ago. You can get it to ignite one time, but not a second time in that. So it's like that in a way of heating in that. But for me, it's not so bad in that. But for some other people, it's different. It's like me being on the 3rd floor, I still get normal water and everything in my apartment. But if I was somewhere in a building that had, let's say, over 10 floors or 15 or 20 floors, which is usually in Kyiv, if I was in an apartment like that, the shower and the toilet would not work at all. It has to be a really tall building. But if it's like 5 stories or like 8 stories, it's okay. And that. But if it's the other way around, no. But so it always depends how you live, in short. I don't know. Trying to think. I know they say that the missile hit in Dnipro.
Yeah.
But I don't think it said anyone died. I'm not sure. I haven't looked at all the news stuff for it. But what can I say? What can I say? It's just a very nice, quiet for Kalush in Ivano-Frankivsk. It's a nice, quiet, semi-winterish day, and there's still birds flying in the air too. The pigeons and the everything are still flying, so it's not cold enough for them yet. And that, but what can I say? What can I say? Just one of them things. What do you want to ask? Or if you got an idea.
No, I think I agree with you that it's a game. Most definitely. I do agree with you there. It is a game. A lot of fear on both sides, no matter how you read the news.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
I don't think any of it makes any sense to me. I think Putin confuses me more than anybody. I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know. Well, for me, I have a theory, and it's anticlimactic with the news. My idea, this is my idea with it, is let's say hypothetically, I've already said this a few times to friends, but let's say it's good cop, bad cop situation.
Right.
Now, let's say Trump is the good cop, then who is the bad cop? That
Right.
would be. So in my thinking, I may have to turn over my sausages in a second, but in my thinking like this, what if this whole escalation of you can hit further into Russia is actually a part of Trump's plan and not Biden's plan? Or he's okay with it.
Right.
And now the reason why I think that is this, is the bad cop gets you to wall up. But the good cop, the old saying, the good cop goes, oh, I know you didn't mean it. You can tell me, don't worry, we can get through it together, blah, blah, blah. You just got to help me out here, blah, blah, blah. So my thinking, this is my general thinking, is what if the pressure valve is all about making the feeling that Russia is surrounded, because Schultz is now talking tough. All the border countries are now talking tough after the election. But
Right.
before the election, they were like, gee, I don't know. What shall we do? But now they're talking tough. So let's say if everything goes in the wrong direction and it does not go well and the war escalates and then it goes further and further, Trump gets the blame. But if it goes well at the last hour, the last 5 minutes, the Cuban Missile Crisis, and everything else, just like the Cuban Missile Crisis or a magical government shutdown where the national parks will be closed and who will get paid. And oh boy, all them government workers, they will just cry. My thinking is that it's more advantageous to Trump to come in at the last minute or at the last hour or at the last 5 minutes to say, you know what, we found a deal at the last moment. And that basically to hype everything up to such a degree to make the water boiling or searing in temperature that at the last minute they avoid it at the very last minute. And then history is made, just like how Trump dealt with Kim Jong-un, with North Korea, all the talk about Rocket Man, little Rocket Man will go down in history, Rocket Man. I mean, he really pumped that one up too. That's where some of my thinking is coming from. And
No, I agree with some of that because I almost have in a way have the same theory. Mine might be just a little different. I was thinking on the line that they're trying to sabotage Trump's election. I mean, my mind is more they're trying to sabotage to blame everything on him. But either, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think your theory is good. I mean, I know it's a game. I mean, everything's a game, but who's playing the game and how they're playing it? Like to me, if the Democrats they be playing too, but who's playing who better is I guess the question. Who's playing who better?
well, but this is the tell for me. Okay,
Yeah.
this is what gives the tell away, sign
Mhm.
away, is this. Let's say Trump was never consulted about the next few months of things that was going on in Ukraine. Let's say he was never consulted
Right.
and he was left in the dark about it. If you're completely left out in the dark, and if it just doesn't happen or doesn't exist at all, my thinking from that, if I was in Trump's position, and I'm sure Trump would do it, is he would say, you know what? They're all trying to screw it and blah, blah, blah. And I would be more out in the news than he is. Now, I know his son has said they're trying to start World War III. I know that, but
Mhm.
it's not, it's not him directly saying it. Now, I
Right.
know that a few little things, but it's not harsh. It should be very harsh in like a sound of betrayal. That's what I think it should be, but it's not. So that's what makes me think that they talked for 2 or 3 hours. And so what if there was a thing of, we're going to do this, I'll go along with that. Okay, that's a good idea. No, don't go along with that. I want this way done better than that way, back and forth. Because they talked for something for 3 hours and that.
You talking about Trump and Biden, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When the question is, what did they talk about for 3 hours? And and again, this is the ramp up. Is Trump and Putin can probably already have an agreement, but they just don't want to release it till absolutely at the final last second. And this is a similar thing. Again, when Reagan became president, they released all the hostages in Iran. And that, there's something that makes me think that there's a twisting of something in it's not being revealed. It's more like a curtain show. That's what makes me think about it. One second, I gotta do my cooking today.
Now, as we're talking about this, though, do you mind if I show some things that have been coming out right now? Like,
Sure, go ahead.
I'm gonna share the screen, but there's a few things I just wanted to show because it kind of adds to what we're talking about as well. A lot of it's like a lot of this fear mongering stuff, but I'm gonna share the screen over though, and I'll play some of it.
Okay. Let me maximize the screen on my side.
Here you go.
Today is November the 21st, 2024, and we've got some big news coming out in the past couple of hours as we are now hearing that several nations are saying that World War III is official. I'm going to be sharing with you the latest headlines and video footage coming out on this. However, the United States has not yet vocalized this, but like I said, I'm going to share with you what exactly is coming out on this in just the past couple of hours. So what we are hearing is, take a look at this, that
okay,
Putin is saying, you can see this actually came out just a little over an hour ago, maybe 2 hours ago. Putin says Ukrainian war is now about to go global. In addition to that, World War III has officially begun, says Ukraine's ex-top general.
I just meant
World War
III
III broke out in 2024, Ukraine's former commander-in-chief says. Now, take a look at the headlines coming out today. You can see this one actually just coming out less than an hour ago. Putin, Ukraine, long-range missiles, and why there's talk about World War III. This coming out today. And look at this. Germany plans to mobilize 800,000 NATO troops over fears of World War III starting. and articles coming out like this.
I'm not
A map
hearing it at
shows the
all.
horrifying
Really?
range of Russia's nukes
So I
as
might have
Putin
accidentally
allies
hit something on
threaten
my
World
side.
War III.
I moved
All of this coming
Zoom
out today,
around,
November the
but
21st, 2024. So I'm going to be
there was
sharing with you the
another
latest
tab,
headlines,
and
video
it's
footage, and
not there.
articles. As I mentioned, a lot of these just
Maybe I killed the tab by accident. Are you hearing it or no?
Yeah, I'm hearing it. You want me to try to play it again?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Yeah, let's see.
My
Let's
bad.
Today is
There's
November the
Zoom froze
21st,
up, and then I
2024,
tried to
and we've
move
got
it.
some big news coming out in the past couple of hours
Yeah.
as we are now hearing that several nations are saying that World War III is official. I'm going to be sharing with you the latest headlines and video footage coming out on this. However, the United States has not yet vocalized this, but like I said, I'm going to share with you what exactly is coming out on this in just the past couple of hours. So what we are hearing is, take a look at this, that Putin is saying, you can see this actually came out just a little over an hour ago, maybe 2 hours ago. Putin says Ukrainian war is now about to go global. In addition to that, World War III has officially begun, says Ukraine's ex-top general. World War III broke out in 2024, Ukraine's former commander-in-chief says. Now, take a look at the headlines coming out today. You can see this one actually just coming out less than an hour ago. Putin, Ukraine, long-range missiles, and why there's talk about World War III. This coming out today. And look at this. Germany plans to mobilize 800,000 NATO troops over fears of World War III starting. And articles coming out like this. A map shows the horrifying range of Russia's nukes as Putin allies threaten World War III. All of this coming out today, November the 21st, 2024. So I'm going to be sharing with you the latest headlines, video footage, and articles. As I mentioned, a lot of these just...
So what do you think, man?
Okay, I got what happened. I clicked another tab from your tab to a meeting tab, so that's why I didn't hear it. And that. So I heard the last tail end of it. Yeah, it's hype, but it's also, I think it's on YouTube, so they gotta make money somehow. I get that part, but it's hype.
Yes, no, of course.
And also in some ways it's why I don't listen to even though in the beginning I liked listening to Scott Ritter and McGregor, but I don't listen to him anymore. And it's more because neither of them have, well, Ritter's been to Russia, but neither of them have been to Ukraine at all. And they're talking about things, about areas, which from their own experience I understand, but they don't know what's literally going on. They just know from some Telegram channels and such. So it's kind of like that. And what made me stop really like what made me really stop listening to Ritter was he went on about something once and said that all Polish people are racist. And that he basically said the whole country is racist. He didn't say some, he said all Polish people. And I know that's not true, and that kind of, I thought that was a bit of an insult. It was an extreme stretch. And the example he used was an incorrect example. He used an example because I had a few friends that were in the same situation, not the same thing, but not the same day. But it was at the beginning of the war. What Ritter said was that the Polish were refusing entry to anyone that was not white. And that was the reasoning. And there was some news outlets that did that. They said like, oh my gosh, it's Polish being racist. What it really was this, was there was some not Polish, but they were like Indians and Pakistanis, and they were men. They were like students. It was students and older men that were like Indians and Pakistanis and such. And they wanted to cut in front of the head of the line, in front of everyone, in front of the women and the children and everything. And again, I had a friend that was in that situation because he lives in Norway, but originally he's Pakistani. And what they did, what the border patrol did was they put all of the men at the back of the line.
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
How it was reported. How it was reported was, oh my gosh, there's Polish racism. It wasn't about racism. It was a thing that, like, there was a bunch of students. There was some videos of like students going, they're not letting us get on the train, and it's not women saying it. It's Pakistani and Indian men, and you know, to be honest, whether it's Ukrainian or Polish, I can see why Ukrainians would not let foreign students onto the train first. They would let Ukrainian women on first. And that's where that whole thing comes from, in a sense. And that kind of turned me off from Scott Ritter, because I would think that he would have enough intelligence to dig in between the nonsense and say, like, this is true, that's not true, this is that. But he went completely the other direction with it. So I kind of just got turned off, in a sense.
No, it makes sense. A lot of
In
this
that.
stuff I research, I do it so I can show people, and I have a few other videos to show because I'd love to get your insight since you're over in Ukraine. Like the next video I'm going to show is the Belarusian president, Alexander Lukashenko. And so
Yeah.
I want you to listen to him. And I want to get, because you're there. And that's why I love getting your
Oh,
insight.
close enough.
Because I'm with you. I think it's a game. And so here we go. Let's listen.
Я говорю, ребята, вы поаккуратнее, потому что к Путину могут обратиться, я пример привел хуситов. Вот хуситы приедут к Путину и скажут, дайте мне береговые комплексы, которые могут нанести страшный удар по кораблям. А если он в отместку, что вы поставляете Зеленскому дальнобойное оружие, поставит хуситам бастион, комплексы бастион. Я их знаю, эти комплексы. И будет поражен хоть один авианосец, английский, там, американский, ну, англосаксов и так далее. Это как будет? Это для нас неприемлемо. Я говорю, я понимаю, неприемлемо, но и для Путина неприемлемо, если вы будете поставлять эти ракеты дальнобойные и бить по всей России.
My question is, where are the
So he's talking about them hitting aircraft carriers, British and American ones.
Yeah. Well, but you know, Lukashenko is a different ball game. Lukashenko's been in power before Putin, going all the way back to Bill Clinton. But and in reality, Lukashenko was a farm boss. He was they used to run collective farm type things in Belarus when it was the Soviet Union, Belarusian SSR. And that the guy was, before president, was in charge of like project farming at a regional level. That was his former job. But then the other part is this, is Lukashenko is not necessarily a good guy, but he has a quirk about him. And so that's why I say he's not necessarily good. you know, like say if you smoke pot in Belarus, it's a 10-year jail sentence. At
Wow,
minimum,
that
at
sucks.
minimum, at minimum.
I'm never going to Belarus then.
I'm get high in Belarus. But the point though is Belarus is the most Soviet Union without the Soviet Union
Right.
existing. That's the thing. Another part of it, there's a lot of suppression there in some ways. I mean, it's not, Russia is more liberal than Belarus is. So Russia is more progressive, even though it's traditional. Belarus is more stuck in the past than Russia. Russia is more forward leaning than Belarus. That's the idea.
Right.
And then the other part is Russia and Belarus have this one country agreement. And essentially it was supposed to be a way to dissolve the border. And this was an idea from Belarus's side, because it means that Belarus could then be in charge of Russia. And Russia agreed to this under Yeltsin and that. But what happens is they have this one union state that exists. Let me find the link. I will send it over to you. Second. And I probably should get my sausages out of the fryer.
Yeah.
You can hear them?
Yeah, you don't want dry sausage.
No, it's not that. 1 second. Let me find this thing and you can share it to the screen. Belarus, Russia.
Oh yeah.
But Union State, yeah.
Did you hear about you hear about Russia's dead hand system? It's part of a doomsday thing that I posted it just for, I always post certain things for laughs, but it's I got it right here up on my screen, but it said Russia has a dead hand system during a doomsday weapon capable of launching a nuclear strike even if all leaders are eliminated.
Yeah, fear. To me, it's fear mongering.
No, I know what I like I said,
yeah, okay, so let's see.
Okay, everything.
I sent it to your Telegram.
Yep.
Flip over, if you want to, flip over to this Union State thing, or read it over quick, and then flip it over. But what happens is it explains how Belarus and Russia are linked in that. This is why there's Russian soldiers in Belarus and everything else. And all that stuff. 1 second, let me switch this to over. Nice sausages. But yeah, as it goes on with the whole Union State thing.
Yeah, I was like kind of reading over it as you were.
Yeah. But yeah, they came up with this agreement in the 90s and that. And it was the idea to keep Russia and Belarus kind of very linked. And in certain cases, it would mean that Belarus is leading over Russia in certain cases, but it didn't work out that way because Putin won't let it happen that way.
Hmm.
But yeah, just
I
with that.
I also heard through somewhere, I don't know where the source was, that there's a maybe you've heard or maybe you're not, but Ukraine, they're and other NATO countries, they're putting together like a coalition to invade Belarus. Okay. Now I don't remember what source I heard that from, but Lushenko has said that they're going to prepare to invade him, NATO. Now, how true that is, once again, we go back to it's all a game, fear mongering, but
It's a warning from him. That's all. What? Okay,
right,
look. Ever since 1996, he came in 94 or 96. He came in democratically. Lukashenko did.
right,
And at the time, in between 94 and 96, we had a choice: Yugoslavia, Bosnia, Moldova, or like Belarus. Clinton had some choice in these matters, and we ended up choosing Yugoslavia instead of Moldova and Belarus. That's what it ended up being. That's how Lukashenko stayed in power. Um, because at the time, Bill Clinton just let them do what they want. And
right,
Moldova had a little civil war with Transnistria, which was the Russian population, which is not too different from what's going on in Ukraine now. It's similar and different at the same time. But Belarus, around like say 96 or so, started going towards eliminating stuff in the Constitution, election terms and other things. And no one cared. No one in Europe cared, no one anything. Then by about 2002, some people cared, in that this was under George Bush, and that. And this is when like Lords of War and everything got created, the film, because Victor Boot actually was funneling weapons to Africa and even before it. And it's just one of these things, like, Transnistria and Belarus are a clearinghouse for Russia. And
right,
that if Russia does not want its name on it, it sells it to Belarus or Transnistria, and then they resell it off and have their hands on it. And Transnistria is a country that does not exist. Or Transnistria. I say Transnistria. But it's just one of these things. So from Lukashenko's mindset, he's been ready for some kind of coup or invasion since like 96. So that's why he's saying that, and that he's
right.
trying to preempt everyone. That's what I think that is. And I know some people will disagree with me saying it, but Belarusians are different from Russians and Ukrainians. Belarusians are more kind of obedient style. It's not that they're more pro-Russian or more pro this. They're 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 not rebellious people in that sense. They're very like abiding
Right.
in that. So, like, when they show a protest, I think it was like in 2020 for the election, whereas 2018, something like that. When they show, I think it was 2020, when they show an election and how there's so many people doing the protest in the Capitol, the thing to think about is this, is Belarus has a population of 10 million people. And you only have about, say, I think about 1 million or so in the capital, or under 1 million. Let me look at Minsk's population. Population. Okay, so Minsk has 2 million people. And so you have 2 million people, but maybe only 300,000 or 400,000, maybe 500,000. So like 20% of the city protests the election. Only 25% or so, which is still a minority. And even though it's a minority, I get that. But the thing is like, during the 90s, like the Belarusians made a different choice. You had economic depression in Ukraine during the 90s. You had economic depression in Russia during the 90s. You had depression in Poland in the 90s. All these countries were suffering in the first 5 or 10 years of all this capitalism. They were suffering. That's where like all these red lines and everything came to be, and how the old joke is that no one wants to live in this area and they all want to live in the USA. That's where that line came from. But what happens is fast forward 10 or 15 years, everything switched around. It's
Right.
not true anymore. But what happens is this. The Belarusians made a choice in their mind. They chose something they knew, which is the old Soviet system, over the new system. And they made that choice willingly and openly. And so to them, they don't want to play the risk in that. And like Belarus is the size of Michigan in terms of population. And sure, you get some protests, but most of the people are just very compliant and obeying type of people. And then the other part too is it's a real litigious thing to leave Belarus. You just don't get a passport. You have to have permission to leave. You have to have a reason to leave and then a reason to return. This is not a European Union thing. This is within the government.
Right.
Because basically, if you leave, the government will then tax your relatives whatever you were supposed to be taxed. So there's a social and a governmental pressure within the country in that way. But it's a whole different mentality. The people
Right.
are nice. The government is it's something that is just strange. Even Russians don't understand it because they gave up that system.
Right.
But it's just what it is in that way. But one thing I will also say too, I had a conversation with a few Ukrainians like about a week ago.
Right.
And the Ukrainians visited Belarus. And they actually told me that they reconstructed a castle somewhere in Belarus, I forgot the city, but they reconstructed the capital and it was all modern and there was nothing wrong about it. You could go up an elevator, you could have someone in a wheelchair and go up and around and everything. So again, it's a give and take system. Is there going to be less freedom? Yeah. Do they copy some Polish or some European ideas and put it into their country? Yeah. But the complaint of it was this, was from the Ukrainian is that Belarus was more modernized, even though it was a dictatorship, than Ukraine is. But Ukraine is a democracy or a republican form of government. And yet not everything is modernized in Ukraine. So, it gives the idea, the impression that a hard hand is the way to go to get things done. You understand what I mean?
Yeah. No, yeah, of course I do. Interesting stuff.
Go ahead to your next thing.
Oh, no, I'm just listening to you. Just talking about all this, like, as I was listening to you, I was thinking about something that the Serbian president said 5 months ago, right? And 5 months ago, I had shared a video. It only got like 400 views on it, but I want to play the video. Hopefully you can hear it when I play this one, because I want you to listen and then get your intakes. And since you're over there, right? And so let me play this, because 5 months ago, he said something I thought was, I found him to be kind of interesting guy, to be honest. Like, but let me play what he said.
To happen even before that.
If you want to listen to the longer one, click on the link to the article. But here we go. Let's listen to this.
The train has left the station and no one can stop it. And it looks like that, and I believe that we are getting close to the last days of possible rethinking and reconsidering of everything that is happening in Ukraine. If those big powers don't do anything in a short period of time, yes, I'm pretty much certain that we'll face a real disaster. If you bet on the fact that someone is bluffing, it means that you have no better cards. But you just believe that the other side has weaker cards. And you're not sure about it because you don't know and you didn't see his or their cards. Everybody is speaking only about war. Nobody wants to reach the peace. Nobody speaks about peace. Peace is almost a forbidden word. And please notice this. Because they say we need to win in order to secure future peace, but nobody's speaking about a peace, and then okay, you negotiate it. But you have the other side, you have to have the other side on the table as well. It's it's very strange to me that no one is actually attempting to stop the war. There is another theory which I can understand, which I don't say that I do approve, but I understand that West thinks that they can win easily against Putin. They want to exhaust him in Ukraine, and then they will enter the space, and then Russia in today's territory and shaped like it is today won't exist anymore, and Putin will be overthrown and everything else. Yeah, maybe that's possible, but
do you think that is possible? Is it possible to use Ukraine to weaken Russia?
Well, it weakened Russia anyway, but is it enough to destroy Russia and to overthrow Putin? I don't believe so. In today's Europe, they all act like big heroes, but they did not say to their people that they will pay a very big price. And speaking about it, you and all these leaders should do absolutely everything in order to stop any kind of warmongering behavior and everything. Why I'm speaking that we are getting close to the precipice, to the abyss. Analyze the situation of NATO and the United States. They cannot afford themselves losing war in Ukraine, which means Russia cannot win. Because, first of all, their political legacy will not exist, or it will be so poor that they cannot allow themselves. Number two, position of Europe and the West, collective West, in geopolitical terms, will deteriorate so much that no one would be able to revive it and to renew it. And number three, it will open Pandora's box for more movements, at least, and hostilities against collective West in the future. But take the other side. That's a nice story for one side. But take the other side. If Putin loses the war, Russia will not exist and won't be shaped like it is today. And then when you have these two sides so much far from each other, with their wishes, with their expectations, then you see that everything is at stake. Everything. No one can afford to himself or to itself, to themselves, to lose. When you have this situation, that's why I was saying to you, that's why I was saying publicly and not hiding it, that we are getting closer to a real disaster. Sorry. Who is ready to lose 1 million, 2 million, 5 million, 10 and 15 million people? Ask yourself. I'm not ready to lose a single man, and we won't participate in that. But it's a question for some other people.
How close are we now to a third world war, a confrontation?
I cannot say a third world war, but that big confrontation, how far we are, I believe that we are not far away from it. Not more than 3-4 months. And there is a danger to happen even before that.
Where do you stand in this whole insanity? Where does Serbia stand in this conflict?
We'll keep peace, stability and tranquility within the region and in our country.
Yeah, I
Right.
get it. He's trying to go
So what
for
do
it.
some of you think, right?
It's your
He said in the
twin.
video.
Hold on one second.
Yeah. It's your twin. You never
Can you
told
hear
me
me now?
about your twin.
Can you hear me?
Roger Daniels.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay, cool.
But you know, to be on the other side of it, it's Roger Daniels, your twin. Nah, you're not getting the joke.
Hold on one second. I had to stop. I'm here.
It's the thing of how did Jared appear on two screens at once? It was not him.
Still recording?
It's his twin.
I think you're still.
I see you. You're good.
Okay. Yeah, we're still recording. Okay.
Okay, yeah. So, but I'll show you something. Let me see if I can find it. But I want to find the other song. There is. Let me find this because I found the Belarusian singer girl back in 2011. There was a Eurovision thing with Belarus, and the European Union cut them out of it. They were disqualified. They have born in Belarus. There we go. Here we go. This was let me put it this way. This, you could say this proves some points about Russia, But then this also proves the similar culture in a sense, because after World War II, Belarus was like 95% destroyed. So it was rebuilt in the whole idea of the Soviet utopian idea. And yeah, the culture mixed a lot. So let me share my beautiful screen. To back in 1998, TV monitor unknown, the Chrome unknown.
Wait, hold on. What? Whoa. Wait, you there? Yeah.
Oh,
I'm gonna fix it for you so you're able to share.
oh, okay. Well,
Yeah, you should be able to.
oh, okay. Well, it just isn't interesting. The Google Chrome unknown, Google Chrome unknown, Google Chrome unknown. Okay, just be my eyes and tell me what you see, because I don't know if it's gonna share the right thing. Because I see more than it just shows an exclamation mark for me. So
Yeah, I don't see anything yet.
open your settings. Okay, open. I gotta change settings. Maybe that's why it's not showing the. You know, I upgraded. I did a forcible upgrade on this iMac to Catalina, and it's not supposed to support Catalina. So there's always like some bugs somewhere. Oh, come on. Okay, security and privacy. Oh, wait. You're telling me that one second. What are you doing? So let me see. Let me do something else besides to hit the unlock. Okay, now that works. Security and privacy is like grayed out. Wonder if it's because I'm on the Zoom. 1 second. Let's see. Are you kidding me? Again. Zoom. Wonder. It worked when I was not in the Zoom. So why is it not working now? Or is it there? This second. It's interesting. I got an idea. I might have to leave the call and then re-enter it, I think. Because it's something interesting in that my security usually will show, but it's not showing. But I think it's because Zoom is on. And that, so if I have to leave it for like say a few minutes, really funny, it just grays out completely. It's really funny. Here, let me kill the Zoom and then rejoin. Give me like 2 to 5 minutes in that. You hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so give me 2 to 5 minutes and I'm gonna see if I can get in. If not, I'll just rejoin and, well, I don't know, I'll figure out something, but one of them things. So let me kill Zoom. I'll be right back though. in that. So let me leave it for a moment. I have a feeling that it's some kind of permission because it's in use thing. It's not letting me do it because of like a little bug of something. So 1 second, I'll be right back.
Yep.
And then the world followed. Great.
They're always watching us.
The great Kapalooka came across the sky. Anyways, sorry about that. So, it's a little bit funny. I had to restart the Mac and then just start it that way, and it should go. So let me see here. As it loads. Okay, yes, now I see the preview, so it's good. Okay. Before it was not showing the preview, that's what it was. Okay,
Right.
so
Oh yeah, here we go.
yeah. So back in 2011, it's loading it up for a second. Come on, load.
Just for the audience, we had like a little short delay.
Yeah. Anyways, come on. I see it going green. Okay, now it's good. You should be able to click over to this.
Got it.
Okay. I don't know if there's a lag. For me, there's a bit of a lag. But
Right.
I think this is all because I'm on a little bit of an unsupported Windows or OS X version for hardware. Okay, so oh boy, come on, lag. Are you kidding me? It's really laggy. I don't know. Do you see a lag or is it me?
I don't see anything.
1 second. Oh wait, you don't see my screen?
No,
Or
I
it's
see
hard-
your screen, but I don't know if there's a lag.
Oh, okay. Well, for me, there's a lag.
Yeah.
It's probably this graphics. Here, on your side, I might have you do this. 1 second, because it will. Are you kidding me? Oh boy, it's really lagging. Oh, because I'm on 2 versions up. Move the screen over so I can see the rest of the screen. I might have you do this from your iPad because it's really, I mean, it's bad. No, I don't want to reopen Telegram. I mean, usually stuff that's like takes less than 20 seconds, it's like now at like a minute or 2. Just report and blah, blah, blah. And here. Oh my gosh. Here, look. Are you kidding me? Move over. Okay, here. No, I'm gonna have you do this because it's gonna take too long on my side.
Yeah.
Let me stop the screen share. And it goes normal. Yeah, it's the screen share. Okay, so let me send you this link. And then you play from the link. And just screen share it. It's 2 songs. And this was disqualified from the European Union side. And it was a Eurovision thing that, Belarus is a part of Europe. But the song was very interesting, to say the least. If you listen to the lyrics, it's all in English. And that,
This
so
one here?
Yeah.
This one.
Yeah, it's the Anastasia one. And then there's a second one. But this gives you the idea of what's going on in the culture there.
I want you to know, soon we'll be starting the show. Back in the
Do you think this will get like a copyright?
I don't think it will, but because this is an Hollywood.
True, yeah, that's right. Is that like their version of The Voice? Yeah, that's what I was like when I was watching this. I was like, it kind of reminds me of our version of The Voice. Yeah. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
But here's the second one. I'll send this to you via Telegram. 1 second. Whatchamacallit? That one did not succeed in going to Eurovision for obvious reasons of the lyrics. The other one did, which there was a little bit of a change, but not much of a change. There was a joke between some Belarusian friends of mine. They said this was their idea, was that Lukashenko wrote the lyrics. No, but they were serious about it. So yeah. Play this one. And well, it's all about it. Strange.
When all their hearts keep on beating as one. The sky is blue and I'm riding and you so same that I'm free, friendly and young. I have so much and I'm ready to show you. Let's come together, so here is my hand. We're gonna fly, watch your legs and their food. You feel the full of gold and it's all my land. I love Belarus, got it deep inside. See the sun shining from above. You will always be the one. I can't get enough. I love Belarus, got it deep inside. I love Belarus, feel it in my mind. And I wanna see the sun shining from above. And I'm
you hear the lyrics, but here's the thing. If you screen share off to Telegram, so screen share, go to what I just sent.
You just sent me, right? Yep.
Yeah, click on the link. Click on the link.
Right here, the
Yeah, the last one. It's just an image. It's a Wikipedia image.
oh, here we go.
Yeah. So understand, she said the star in the sky. You see a star. You went the other way. Go back.
Go back.
I
Go
gave
back.
you just the direct link. You clicked on the image, I think.
The image. Oh, here we go.
Just hit the back button once, because you're not in the same spot. I think you clicked on the image. Okay, so stay here.
Okay,
I
cool.
understand. She said, the star in the sky. Oh, the star in the sky.
Right.
And what other little words? The struggle, the sun. The sun is in the emblem. You understand?
Yes, I do.
And that she was singing about the coat of arms of the Soviet Union. Very subtly. And that, like, if you just read the lyrics, it's like that. It's just one of them little things, like, oh,
No,
But-
no. I know what you're getting at now. It's making it's like making it's making. I'm trying to find the word here, man. It's in a way that like they want to revive the old Soviet Union. Is that what you're saying?
Oh, yeah. Or they're just saying we are these types of people.
Right.
So, like, again, okay, like the words, and I want to see the sun shining from above. Okay.
Yes.
And I'm going to give every day all you my love. Love for communism, love for socialism. Then I'm going to rise up. Well, rise up in what sense? Rise up in rebellion, or rise up and overthrow something?
Exactly. Look at the motto though. Workers of the world unite. It's got
Well,
like a globalist feel. It's like that globalist feel, right?
Yeah, well, but that's the whole international communism thing.
Yeah.
But then the further lyrics is I want to see the shine shining above. You will always be the one I can't get enough. I'm stronger every day. Let me see. Like, besides the I feel it deep inside, and that it's just one of these things that the whole song, in short, in subtlety, is about the coat of arms of the Soviet Union. And that, and it goes like, so I'm ready to rise up, just like a star guiding me through the night, star in the sky, or a star like in the emblem. I've got no fear and I will never give up. Love is all we got, that is our light. But what happens is that she sung live. Like, in the video, she sings good, but her live singing was not. When you actually hear her voice, it sounds like something else.
Right.
I don't know if you got the time for it, or even after, just to send it to you the other way. But her voice was more husky in that, and it was shocking. It was shocking to hear it, because they had to fake her voice or something, and they let her play, but they didn't qualify her. And if you want to play the next one, it's her live at Eurovision, but her voice is so different in that. And I mean, it's just one of them things. But it's an idea.
How long is this one? My battery is draining
just
on my end.
just
That's
do a
why.
minute. Just do a minute or so.
Okay.
Because that should be enough.
Yeah.
But like, it's the full song, but just do a minute or so. But you'll hear such a different voice.
I think hold on, my screen froze here.
Oh,
Yeah.
giving you too much.
No, let me try again. I might have to go out and come back. We'll see. No, see, it's not gonna. I think my iPad is overheated.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, maybe for another time. Just
Yeah,
watch it or watch it outside of the Zoom.
Yeah.
But it's still interesting. But the point is the fact that her whole thing, it was so different. Maybe I can you can watch it later. But
Yeah.
it's just one of them things that when you heard her actual voice singing, and she sung live, she didn't sing to tape or anything. It was real. Her singing was something else. It wasn't bad. It just sounded more like a man.
No, it was. I mean, that was a good catch on the Soviet Union part. Legit.
Oh no, I just understood it because I was.
Yeah.
I lived in the country for a month. I understood it
Oh, of
enough
course. Yeah.
from hearing the
Of course,
words.
you would have caught that. I would never have caught that. You know, I mean, it's a good catch. Yes, I would never have caught anything like that. But
Well, no, it's just one of them things. It's one of them things that I hear the words "a star in the night," so it's like North Star. But then I think, wait, where am I, or where am I hearing it from? And then I think, wait, there's a star on a Soviet emblems. I'm thinking like, oh, okay. Then like there's a sun. Then they mention a sun in the song, and it's like, okay, a sun. Sun is sun, and this and that. And I think even in a way, like the people in the song is like the wheat, and that the people, the farmland, and everything else. But it's just one of them things in that. But I usually just, if I understand it, I can pick up on it pretty quick.
Right.
In that, or I just think very fast on it. But yeah, it's just like that. But the people are nice. It's just the government is really
Of course.
strange.
Of course. I feel like that's probably with every country, man. Not really always the people, it's the governments, it's the ones who run us. But you know, that's the way life is. I mean,
Yeah.
But I'm about to get off here. I gotta get going for the day. So once again, good chat.
Yeah. 1 second. I was just. Yeah. This is her words out of the song. If you hear it.
No, I couldn't hear it. No, we couldn't.
Oh,
No.
okay.
Yeah.
But it's just her voice is so different. It just sounds more husky and not like girly. and it's her, but it's like, okay, they really changed the pitch of the song when she sung it. But just very heavily produced. But regardless, that's a small little thing of Belarus in a way, from Lukashenko's point of view.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, I know. That's something.
Okay, well, if
All
you're
right,
gonna
man.
keep going.
Yep. Yeah, I gotta get going for the day. So
Sure. Have fun.
Good chat, man. Yep. We'll do this hopefully again next week. Everything goes.
Yeah, sure. You too.
All right, brother. Have a good one, man.
Bye.
Bye.